Hello, welcome to my channel Math with Nazia. In this video, we are going to learn how to factorize a quadratic trinomial. Instead of this, we usually call this as the split method. So how are we going to split the middle term? So let's see the first example for today. X square minus 4x minus 21. So this is our first example. So whenever we have a question like this and we have to factorize this, we will take the center number and the last number. So the center number is minus 4. We will always take it with the sign given. So when we add or subtract two numbers, we need minus 4. And when we multiply two numbers, we need minus 21. So let's see how are we going to split these. We have to add two numbers or subtract two numbers to get 4. And we have to multiply two numbers to get 21. So which number can we use? So 21 is divisible in 3 table. So let's think about 3 times 7. Yeah, 3 times 7 gives us 21. But what about 4? So we have to subtract these two to get 4. So 7 minus 3 will give us 4. But since we want a negative 4, I will put a negative sign in the bigger number. So now when you subtract this, 3 minus 7 we get as minus 4. And 3 times minus 7 we get it as negative 21. So you have to verify both the numbers. So now this can be split as x square plus 3x minus 7x minus 21. So in the place of 4x, I wrote it as 3x minus 7x. Others remain same. Now, what is common in these two? We have x common in these two. So whatever is remaining, we'll put it inside the brackets. So we have x plus 3. Isn't it easy? Now in these two, we have minus 7 as common. I will take it out. So there is an x remaining. Already the minus is out. So I'll put a plus. Pretty easy. We are just taking the common terms out. Now this is first term and this is a second term. And now again we have a common term which is x plus 3. So we will take it out as x plus 3 and we will take it out as x minus 7. Isn't it easy? We are taking the common numbers outside and then we are going to put the remaining numbers here. So now we have found the answer. When we factorize x square minus 4x minus 21, we get x plus 3 and x minus 7. So this is easy, but sometimes we may go wrong in the signs, in the symbol. Sometimes we put a plus instead of minus. Few students take a plus sign here and put a minus sign here. So your answer would go wrong. So how to verify the answer? Now let's see how to verify whether the answer which we have got is right or wrong. So here is a verification. I'll just write V. How do we verify? Now let's take the answer. We'll go from the answer to the question. So here we have got x plus 3 and x minus 7. So let's verify this. To verify this, we will multiply these two things. So I'll take x and multiply x minus 7. And then there is a plus 3 and again x minus 7. So x times x is x square minus 7x. Then 3 times x is 3x minus 21. So here we have got x square minus 4x minus 21, which is our question. So when you derive to your question, your answer is right. If there is some symbols changing around, then your answer is wrong. You got to recheck your answer. Isn't it easy? This is a very important trick. You can use these verifications to verify whether your answer is right or wrong. This verification can be done as a rough plus 3 and again x minus 7. So x times x is x square minus 7x. Then 3 times x is 3x minus 21. So here we have got x square minus 4x minus 21, which is our question. So when you derive to your question, your answer is right. If there is some symbols changing around, then your answer is wrong. You got to recheck your answer. Isn't it easy? This is a very important trick. You can use these verifications to verify whether your answer is right or wrong. This verification can be done as a rough work during your exams also. So if you like this trip, pause. So if you like this tips and tricks, do subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to get a regular updates of my video. Now let's see the second question for today. Our second example is, this is also similar to the previous question, x square plus 5x minus 24. And now as you remember, what are we going to do? We are going to take the middle term and the last term. So the middle term is plus 5. When we add or subtract any two numbers, we should get 5. That is a positive 5. Always take it with the plus and the minus sign, which will help you to derive to a correct answer. Now we have a minus 24. So I will take it as minus 24 itself, so that it is easy for us to derive to the answer. So how are we going to split 5? How can we split 5 so that we get 24? 24 is divisible in 2, but 2 and 12 will not give 5. Now let's see 24. 24 is divisible even in 3. So if we take 3 and 8, so 3 times 8 gives us 24. When we subtract these two, we get 5. So now whenever we subtract, we need a positive 5. So since it is a positive 5, I'll put a positive for the bigger number and I'll put a negative for the smaller number. Now 8 minus 3 will become plus 5. And now when you multiply these two, minus 3 times 8. So minus 3 times 8 will give us minus 24. Now we have done our splitting. Now let's start the question. So x square will be written as such. In place of 5x, I'm going to write. I will write it as minus 3x plus 8x. You can also write as plus 8x and minus 3x. Both are same. Now minus 24. Now let's take the common outside from these first two terms. We have x is common. So we will take it as x minus 3. And in these two we have 8 is common. I will take 8 outside. And then x and 24 divided by 8 is 3. So you can also see that these two numbers which is inside the brackets are usually or almost the same or always the same. So it is easy for you to do it when you take a common number out. They are always the same numbers. So now since x minus 3 is common here, I will take x minus 3 outside and I am going to put x plus 8 here. So this is the way we do this type of question. And the same way as I taught you in the previous question, you can do the verification. You can try the verification for this question and check whether you're getting the question again. Now, let's see the third example for today. So, third example is also somewhat similar but a little different. So, here we have 6x square plus 17x plus 5. So let's take this as an example. So now usually for the first two example which you could see, there was no number in the first place, that is in the x square place, but here we have a number. So whenever we have a number in the x square place, our steps changes a little bit. So let's see how do we do it. So here the center number is plus 17, so I will take plus 17 as such. And then we have a 5 at the end. But whenever we have a number in the starting, we multiply those two. So 5 times 6 is 30. And since it's a positive and positive, it's positive 30. Now both we want it as positive. And we have a 17 here. So whenever we are going to add any two numbers, we would get 17, add or subtract. And whenever we are going to multiply, we would get 30. So always start with the smallest number, which is 2. So 2 times how much is 30? So 2 times 15. So when you multiply 2 and 15, we get 30. And when you add or subtract, we get it as 17. Let's check. So I've put a 2 here. I'll put a 15 here. So 2 times 15 is 30. 2 plus 15 is 17. Isn't it easy? We have taken both as a positive numbers because we are going to add them. So now it's the same way we will write 6x squared. Instead of middle term 17x, I will write it as plus 2x plus 15x plus 5. Right? Now in these two terms, in this first two terms, let's take the common. So the common is 2. 6 is divisible by 2 and 2 is also divisible by 2. And here it is an x square, here it is an x. So I will take an x outside. So what is remaining here? 3x plus 1. And same way here we have 5 as common and we have 3x plus 1. As I told you, see here also the brackets are same. So when you get the brackets same, you can think that your answer is almost right. So now, since the brackets are same, we will remove that outside, and whatever is remaining, again we'll put it inside another bracket. 2x plus 5. So the steps are same, only the first step differs a little because we will multiply 5 and 6 and then we are going to split it. So if this video was very helpful for you, so click on the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to get the latest update of all my videos. And if you like the video, hit the like button, and thank you for watching.